What's going on, everybody? This is Sunaak here. Welcome you back to another episode of my Majora's Mask 3D Let's Play. In the last episode, we finished up everything at the Stone Tower Temple. And we're going to go ahead and get started on one of the biggest side quests of the game, which I personally really enjoy. It's a really good quest. But before we go ahead and do that, I'm going to go ahead and deposit my last 500 rupees before we time travel, because off screen I've been grinding, and again, real quick, I can show you the method. The method that I did to get the 5,000 rupees that we need to deposit into the bank is come over to Ikana Canyon at night, or around this section. And while I had the Chateau Romani, I was going ahead and using the light arrows onto these bubbles, which give you 50 rupees each. And then once I filled up my wallet, I played the Song of Soaring and flew back to Clocktown because the bank is right there at that spot. So it took me literally, I think, less than 10 minutes. It was super quick. I think you just need to do this 10 times and you'll be at the 5,000 already. So it's not too hard. At least that alleviates the grind for it. But let's just go ahead and get our reward for this, which is going to be kind of obvious. It is, oh, you've already saved up 5,000 rupees? Can't take any more deposits. Sorry, this is all I can give you. Cool, so we got a heart piece here, so we got one more, and we will extend our health by one more. So the bank loyalty program. As the banker did suggest, we can no longer deposit any more money, so whatever you get is just gonna be sitting with you the whole time. So, but you can, I think you could, yeah, you could withdraw. Yeah, you can withdraw all the money that you want, so you have a bunch of money sitting in the back if you need to, but really, there's no real point anymore. So we gathered all of them together. We just have to go to Clocktown, blah, blah, blah. The song, the first giant you taught you, right? You know the song to call them. Okay, so that's for the end game, but we're going to ignore that for now. Before I forget, well, I'm actually going to leave the time passing pretty normally, because what you're going to have to do for this quest is that you need at least Epona song, the Garo mask, Romani mask, and you cannot save the old woman on the first night. So, but I'm going to be taking you through the Kafei and Anju quest here and kind of just giving you the storyline of this, because honestly, it's actually a really good quest, not going to lie. It's really sweet. The story is actually pretty cool. We'll just go ahead and do that then. But thankfully, if you're doing this on the N64 version, I trust me, I've done it many times, because you have to do this twice to get the full rewards. Just doing this now, or just pointing that out now. So here, I'm just gonna go to 10 because it's because the first event that we can do is between 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the first day. So we need to have Gorman go ahead and go in here. But yeah, the N64 version, I would leave aside an hour because this quest can take a while. But thankfully for the 3DS version, the Song of Double Time actually helped out a lot. So,
are you on a field trip? Are you expert finding person? I heard. Yes, I say that I have the face of a pro. Or you do. The characteristics of the person I want you to find. Yes, I know them. The person I want you to locate is my son, Kafei. You know him, don't you? You don't? Really? He disappeared about a month ago. It's terrible. I'm so very worried. I can't get food down my throat, and I've lost 5 pounds. You haven't anything, though. Oh, dear. Could you please look for him? Yes. Of course you are, an expert. I'm counting on you.
so we are given Kafei's mask. We're going to go ahead and use this to recruit and locate a missing person. Wear this to inquire about missing Kafei. So we could have gotten this a long time ago, but I think I wanted to hold on to it until we got actually to the quest, because it becomes just important for that. So we get the timeline for Madame Aroma, mayor's wife and one of the most influential people in town. She's in charge of the carnival and the post office. So, but let's go ahead and look at Kafei's mask real quick. It's the mask that lets you inquire about the location of a certain missing person named Kafei. Let me go ahead and put this on to the Giant's mask. I don't need that anymore. Okay, so this is what it is. It's just kind of all it does. But really, the big thing about this quest is that there's going to be a lot of little timelines that you can go follow. A lot of them being very optional. So all the stuff that I'm going to be showing you, I will let you know if it's optional or not. But this part is required to go ahead and get this mask because you do need it to inquire about Kafei. So that can be done between 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So you can go ahead and move over to this next optional area, which is going to be at the Stockpot Inn. Alrighty, here at the Stockpot Inn, I think I'm going to go ahead and progress the time to like... I was going to say 11. Let me see if it'll actually work. I'm kind of curious, because if I miss this optional event, I won't be too hard pressed about it, but I'm going to see what happens if I... Oh, no, I do have to go outside. Either way, the event's going to take place here in the room with the grandmother, or Anju's grandmother. By the way, this is where the tiger is located, so... Okay, she brought food for her grandmother here, so let's go ahead and witness conversation here.
Oh, Tortoise, I've already had lunch.
Grandmother, I'm Anju. Tortoise was my dad. And you haven't had any lunch yet.
I've already had lunch. Now be quick and take that away.
Not eating is bad for you. Please eat.
Didn't I say that I already ate lunch, Tortoise? Impossible, child.
Then don't eat my food. I give up.
Phew.
Phew.
Would you like me to read you a story?
The only daughter of the Stockpot Inn caretaker, she was a little timid but very sweet and polite. So we got to learn a little bit about Anju. The whole point of this is that basically she's fainting or pretending to be kind of like fainting that she's like, no, hold on. She's pretending to be a little like senile. So that way she kind of like doesn't have to eat Anju's cooking because apparently she's a really bad cook. So a little bit of lore between that. And I think it's kind of funny. But it's kind of unfortunate for her because look how sad she is. You can't even talk to her, unfortunately. But the next little bit of time thing that's going to happen, I'm going to go ahead and wait here, actually. Well, yeah, the next thing that we're going to have to do is that we're going to come in here and get the key. Because if you do this, it will make it a lot easier. This is another optional little thing that we can do. But it will make it so much easier for you to get back in and out of the Stockpot Inn. Because you can always get in at night by going through the Deku Flower. I'm going to explain it and we'll be done in time, I guess. But you can use the Deku Flower and it will let you get up through the top. But if you get this next room key for the Stockpot Inn, you can come in at any time through the front door and not always have to keep using the Deku Flower. So I thought that was nice. But you're going to need the Goron mask, so... Okay, so she should be coming back. Okay, cool. So here we are. As the Goron, if you go ahead and talk to Anju.
Welcome to the Stockpot Inn. Are you wanting to stay the night? So you must be the Goron that's checking in today. Welcome. Let me just confirm your reservation real quick. One moment, please. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Goron. Mr. Sunaak. Welcome to the Humble Inn. Our room is the Knife Chamber on the second floor. Here's your key.
So we got a room key. Don't know why, but we apparently had a reservation. So we were mistaken for a guest, so that was kind of funny, I guess. But the next event's going to take place at 2:10 p.m. But with that key, it's going to be where we can access everything from here. But before we go look at the room, I'm going to go ahead and wait down here because the next thing that's going to happen is the postman here.
What is this?
Here you are. Today's mail.
Oh, wait. This letter, where did you...
From the postbox.
That's not what I mean. From the postbox where?
From the postbox somewhere.
That's not what I mean.
So it's kind of just a little back and forth between them. But after that, if you wear Kafei's mask...
Oh, are you also looking for Kafei? I have a request. Kafei, I have a clue that will help you find him. Tonight at 11:30, please come to our kitchen. We'll talk then.
So Anju's anguish. So she wants to talk to us at 11:30. So make sure you kind of do that so that way you can let her know and then that you can set that time for the kitchen. But with that key, we can go ahead and go into this room here. And we have a place to stay technically, but it doesn't really do anything other than give us this chest for 100 rupees. So fun fact. And it also lets us come in at Stockpot Inn at night. So that's very, very useful. this next little scene that I'm going to be showing you is it is optional, so you don't need to do this at all. It is literally going to take place at... Let's see. I'm gonna do this. It's only gonna be showing that the Goron with our name is gonna be coming up and getting a reservation. I'm gonna hit 4 o'clock and see if it is up to like 4:10 or something like that I can do it. So I'm gonna run back real quick. Okay, he is here. Okay. Hello.
I'm terribly sorry. There are no vacancies today. We're booked solid with reservations.
Oh, I made a reservation. The name is Sunaak Goro.
Mr. Sanat. I don't have a reservation under that name. There's another one close to that, but...
What? Really, Goro? Well, it's nice weather. I'll just sleep outside, Goro.
I'm terribly sorry.
Okay, so that's just a little optional thing. I'm kind of wanting to go through all the optional little things to show you the little cause and effects of what's going on. But after that, what you can do is talk to Anju if you haven't talked to her already with the Kafei's mask to get the letter. So from here... all we have to do is just go ahead and wait to talk to Anju at night 1, which can be from anywhere between 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. So she says 11:30, but we can go ahead and skip to the first night here. Actually, oh, that's almost the second day. But we can go ahead and skip over to 12. She'll be there till 6 a.m. And we can go ahead and talk to her about getting a letter from Kafei. Or about the letter that she received. So, oh, thank God, dude. Oh, wait, before we go, I do want to show what happens to the Goron. The poor dude. You know, we steal it just because we have a name, but our name... But
The wind has gotten damp, Goro. Tomorrow's rain, Goro. Goro, Goro.
so, poor guy sleeps outside, but he seems content. So, kudos to him, at least, making... or showing the silver lining of the situation. Okay, but anyway, you don't need to worry about the mask or anything like that. She's already here, so...
I'm sorry to trouble you late at night. It's about him, Kafei. I received a letter from him. Strange, isn't it? Getting a letter from a missing person? But there's absolutely no mistaking it's from him. It's clear to me. Please, here's my letter. Please put this in a postbox. When this is delivered, when he receives my letter, you should be able to meet him. Please tell him that Andrew is waiting for him. And please, after you've seen him, tell me how he looked. I'm scared. I can't go. Can I ask this of you? So thank you very much.
Cool. So we got the letter to Kafei. We got to deliver it for her. So we can just take it to a mailbox real quick. All right. Please mail this before the postman collects the mail tomorrow. So honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and get to do this now because knowing me, I don't know the exact time that he'll go around. I know he goes around and picks it up at I think like at 9 in the morning he starts to go pick up some mail, but you can actually put it in any of the post boxes around, and wherever he makes his run, you can actually see him pull this letter out. Normally he's running around checking and there's nothing, but where you did it is actually going to show where he picked it up. So shall be delivered tomorrow. So it's pretty cool. Nice little details. So we sent the letter. And then from here, we can go ahead and skip over to day 2. Because we don't really need to see him picking up the letter. It's kind of like whatever. But okay, so thankfully the Sangha double time in the 3DS version is so... like, they fixed it by letting you skip an hour each time. Because again, the N64 version... it's very unfortunate that you do have to wait or at least skip between 6 hours at a time. So it's kind of unfortunate because you do have to spend a lot of that time waiting around. But if you are playing the N64 version and kind of just doing this quest, I recommend doing the downtime. If it is in the town or somewhere nearby, I highly recommend just grinding that money if you haven't done so. So that way you can kill some of that downtime. But I mean, either way... It is what it is. Okay, so here at the laundry pool, I'm going to go ahead and skip over to the time where the postman will come because that's going to be the big thing. As you notice, we have been seeing a little kid with a Keaton mask around. If I can play this song correctly while this frog is staring right at me. I also find it funny. You can kind of look around change the perspective while you're playing the music. Okay, so for between 3:10 and 3:50 p.m., this little event will happen. So you're gonna see that. So there's a kid with the Keaton mask. So while that's happening, we can go ahead and sneak right in. I don't know if... Yeah, we can't speak or anything to them, but just go ahead and run in. This is going to be the chance to sneak into his house and actually get to talk to him. Because other than that, he will never speak to you. So, interesting little place. Weird little face. So let's go ahead and wait for him to come in. I think he comes back in, it'll be like 4:10 or something. Yeah, 4:10 between... Yeah, 4:10 and 6 p.m. We can talk to him. Hello. Green hat, green clothes. Anju wrote about you in her letter. Seems you were looking for Kafei. Can you keep a secret? Anju trusted you. I shall also trust you. I am Kafei.
The Kafei we're looking for is an adult. When I look at you, I just see a child.
I was turned into this by a strange imp wearing a mask. But I'm not hiding because I look this way. When I was turned into this, I went to see the Great Fairy and her shrine at the North Gate. But on my way there, a man hanging around the gate, a prancing man in a white shirt, he stole my precious wedding ceremony mask.
Well, you're just careless. You're just like my partner.
I was so happy before all this, so excited for my wedding that I got careless. I was distracted, and those punks took advantage of me.
Oh my, I pity you.
I know Anju's worried, but I can't go out yet. I made a promise to her that I would bring the wedding mask and greet her. This pendant, give it to Anju. So we accepted the Pendant of Memories. Though you may not understand what these grown-up matters, you should probably take the pendant to Anju anyway. Keep what you just talked about a secret to everybody. Okay. So, entrusted a precious item, so we get to see the timeline for Kafei, but it's so tiny. It's literally only this time we can talk to him. Things that get stolen in this town always make their way to the curiosity shop. I'm waiting for that to happen. Stand on that crate and peek into that hole. So, we can use this, and from here I can check on the curiosity shop's customers. So, lo and behold. This is exactly where the curiosity shop is. Unfortunately, it's closed right now, so the owner is not in right now, but kind of cool that you get a little look from this angle, which normally you just get it from the top, but like I think in that direction, so interesting. That guy will definitely appear. I'll be waiting when it happens. Okay. So from here, we could just kind of go, can I get out the door, please? Please? Thank you. We can go ahead and speak to Anju and give her the pendant, but this can be done on either day 2 or 3 between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and give it to her now. Because the next optional event, we can go ahead and kind of talk to or listen in and see what's going on with Anju and everything now that we know a little bit more. So the stockpot on ends this way. I don't know. I really like this quest because it just gives you a really big dynamic into these characters and everything too. And I really like how this one big quest plays into the time mechanic of this game. So let's go ahead and give her that.
Oh, did you meet him?
So let's go ahead and show her the pendant.
Oh, it's from Kafei. Thank you so much.
So Anju's Anguish number 4. So she looks happy.
I have decided to wait for him. I've made my promise. I'm fine with this. I believe him.
Okay, so from here, I'm trying to make sure I make all the proper times and stuff, because the next optional event here is going to be between 9:30 and 11 p.m. So let's go ahead and just skip over to 9. Because there's going to be like 2 different optional events. We're kind of almost done with this quest, believe it or not. It's not extremely long. it's just kind of tedious because you have to remember all these steps, go through everything, and make sure you meet on times. So that's one of the big reasons why I think this quest can get a little stressful. But it is what it is. So she goes into her room. So if you don't have the key that we got earlier, you will not be able to witness this. But at between 9:30 and 11 p.m., if you come over here, you'll notice that this is...
What a ramshackled inn. Is this room supposed to be first class? You can hear whoever's next door for crying out loud. Oh, whatever. We're staying for free, so we can't expect much.
So yeah, Tattle kind of just complains about it, but it is what it is. Yeah, and it is for free. A nice little room, to be honest. The rooms are really decorated pretty nice in Zelda games, but, you know, we don't really see them too often, I would say. I don't know. That might be me. But anyway.
See, everything here is falling apart. You can hear the voices next door.
Okay, Anju, we're leaving in the evening for the ranch. Cramia will take us in. She's your best friend, right? I wonder if Kafei is really at Cramia's place.
If Kafei's there, your mother will give him a smack.
Besides, think about Crimea. She needs strength from a partner and business support from Madame Aroma. If Kafei really has run off with Crimea, she'll get both. Please don't be sad. How happy could you possibly be? Marrying a man who runs off with when he's absolute... Oh my god. Marrying a man who runs off when he's about to be married, it would make your life unhappy. Just like your mother's. But in a letter it said he would definitely come back.
Huh. Come back to what? Won't this town be crushed beneath the moon the morning after tomorrow? Forget about that letter. For now, just try to survive. Everything else will follow.
Yes, Mother. Thank you.
Okay. So it kind of goes into, you know, a lot of the anguish that, you know, Anju is going through. So awesome titling there, I guess, for the notebook, I guess. But normally I don't really go through a lot of these optional scenes anymore, so it's actually really nice to see them all play out, and it's like building this whole scene and everything for you and everything too. So the next scene that's going to be here is going to be one of the like last optional ones. So don't worry, we won't be doing this too much longer. But before then, where is it? I need to go right before this. So we're going to go to the curiosity shop and go ahead and skip the time before we go in. Okay, so this next event is going to happen between 12:30 and 1 a.m. So you only have that like little limited 30-minute section. So you can actually see, if you didn't save the old woman from the night one, this is what happens. This is where the thief comes to sell off the bomb bags. I don't know why he... Well, to be fair, I don't know. It's kind of weird that he'd go all that way. That's funny. Unfortunately, I don't think we can view this from Kafei's hideout or whatever. But we can kind of in plain sight just watch this.
100.
Don't be such a rupee pincher, you miser. 200.
Well, why don't I just offer you even less? And you know, this belongs to the bomb shop owners. How about I tell them that, or how about if I tell them about you?
Alright, fine, I'll take it, but you're guilty too.
Don't be a fool. A seller of stolen goods is just a middleman who's trying to provide his customers with a good product. Look, I know nothing. If it comes to me, I buy it. I'm a charitable organization that helps people in need.
I understand then. The total is...
It's 50 now, so there you go.
What? You said 100.
Oh, so you don't want me to take it off your hands?
Oh, wait, it's a deal, it's a deal. This curiosity shop guy is taking advantage of me. I just want my fair share.
So another little thing. But because of that, since Kafei is actually watching out in that little hole, so we do know where he's going to be going. From here on, the next event, what we can do is go ahead and go to the next day, because the next one we'll go ahead and because since we did learn that Saikon did sell the bomb bags and stuff, we can go ahead and check on Kafei on the next day. So if you're playing the N64 version, this is going to take place between 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. No, yes, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. For the 3DS version, this is going to be from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you have all day 3 to do this. So let's just gonna go ahead and run to him as soon as possible. And look who it is.
Huh? You're the green hat kid? I got a message from Kafei. Now Kafei, I've known him since he was real little. But when he showed up looking all young in the little brat body, I didn't know what I was seeing. All it took was a one glance at that Keton mask he was carrying for me to realize that I was looking at my old friend. I gave him that mask a long time ago when he was just little Kafei. Didn't know he kept it all that well for too long. Didn't know it kept that well for so long. I'm not sure why, but I want to give this to you.
So we got our own Keaton mask. So this is Kafei's Mask of Memories. Accepting this keepsake doesn't make much sense to you, but you take it anyway. Cool.
Now Kafei, he says he wants you to take this to his mother.
So we got a special delivery to Mama. That's Madame Aroma. So this is priority mail, so hurry up and deliver it.
A customer came to my shop last night. Now Kafei sees him and Kafei's color just changes and he goes running after this guy. This guy's a regular, a greedy thief named Seikon. I think he's from Ikana village.
So very interesting, eh? You listen to his memories. Is that in your notebook? Okay. So customer came to my shop last night. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So he says the same thing. Here is going to be an interesting thing because of the fact that we can go ahead and warp to Ikana Canyon. Because this is where we're gonna go and see how we can finish up this quest because oh whoops, I actually meant to warp over there. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and warp to Ikana Canyon. So thank God we already had all these things. That's why I waited to get this done, because you either need to you have Epona and all that because you need to get to Ikana first off anyway. But either way, I just wanted to get the warp points and stuff. It just makes it so much easier. His hideout's gonna be kind of a like weird to find. It's not in that area of Ikana, so it might be a little weird to find it here. But when you look around everywhere, you're gonna be finding Kafei, is what it is. I think he should already be here. If not, we should be able to skip time and possibly see where he's at. Oh, these Deku scrubs, bro. Let me tell you. Okay, yeah, we already see that he's here. Because I think if we've checked this out earlier, Seikon's hideout, or Seikon, I don't know how to say it, equipped with walls that can withstand any explosion. So, unfortunately, can't get in. But this is where he's at, so it's good enough. Found him, Green Hat Boy. He's using this place as his safe house for keeping his stolen goods. Apparently, his name is Seikon. He came to this shop last night, and I followed him. His storage for the things that he's stolen is on the other side of this rock door. The sun's mask is surely in there. Only Seikon can open this door, and the only way in is to wait for him to arrive. I'll wait. I've made a promise to Anju. He'll come back around sundown. That's our only chance. If he sees us, he'll run away for sure. We better both hide in here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is skip time already because yeah, it's gonna be until after just after 6 p.m. That he comes and opens up the hideout. But this is really going to be the biggest portion of the side quest, or not really actually, because the running around for the first few days. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the hideout here. Big thing, do not let him see you because he will run away and not open the hideout here. I think he should be running, right? I didn't ruin this. Okay, you found him. He's running up. Okay, so do not let him see you because you will have to start everything over. I've made that mistake a couple times. Okay. Slowly running. Find it funny because you can definitely see Kafei from where he was standing. Okay, so once the door opens, it means it worked, thankfully. So immediately right after. Okay, cool. So let's run into... Okay, so we're in Seikon's hideout here. Kind of interesting little things here, but anyway, run in.
Ah. I don't know. Look, there's a mask there.
It's the sun mask. Now I've done it. Step on that switch.
What? Are you telling us what to do?
It's some setup where the door stays open only when the switch is pressed. Okay, so we gotta help him out. Thankfully, the bunny hood is gonna be a big help to us, and we get to control Kafei. So kind of interesting. There should be some sort of device in this room that also opens the door. Oh, the mask. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to get through all these doors and do it before we reach the end. So he's trying to pull this out from our reach and make his escape. We gotta hurry. Okay, so we gotta hurry and get that mask before Seikon ruins it. It's no good. This isn't the switch. Go check that room. There should be some sort of mechanism. Please, there's no time.
I don't like him, but do we have any choice? Should we help him? He's just like Tail, rushing ahead in the face of danger, never think of the consequences. That's it. We have to help. Let's go.
Okay, quick. Honestly, if you have the upgraded sword, this is going to be so much quicker. Be careful here because that's a red button that will make the belt go faster, and the yellow will kind of, I think, make you keep going or whatever. Cool, so that's fine there. Crap. Okay. Okay, I need to get this out of the way. Okay, yeah, the yellow one will slow it down. Did I mess this up? No, I did not. Okay, so you open that door. There's a wolf house here. Okay, so that's dead, thankfully. And then just go ahead and push this out of the way. And with that done, and us on the other, it makes it look like for dramatic effect. So we got the sun mask back. You helped Kafei, so there's still time. I must get back to town. So he's gonna make his way back. I also really loved that part because of the fact that you get to control two characters. I kind of wonder what it would be like if Zelda games actually had that as like a core thing of the game. Because I know there's been portions of the game where you can kind of control another character through, like, you know, Wind Waker's thing where you, like you play a song and you can control your partner. But it is what it is. I think you know what I mean. Like, I kind of wonder how it would be if there was two characters that you play as. So it'd be really interesting. Anyway, this next portion of the it's kind of unfortunate because you can't get the main rewards here. However, through editing magic, I'm going to show you how what both endings do. So what I think I'm going to do is get the Postman's hat, because I think honestly that's one of the bigger rewards hat from here. But if you want to get the Postman's hat, follow this section here, and I will show you how to get the other one after this section, I guess. But if you come over to the post office here, you'll see that he's here kind of, oh, I want to flee, but it's not written on the schedule. To me, the delivery schedule is highest priority. So if we show him the special delivery to Mama, he will have some sort of objective. That's priority mail seal. This is the highest of priorities. I shall deliver it. Oh, for the postmistress. Let's see, her schedule says she's off work today. That means she's probably relaxing at the warm jug and milk bar right now. The postmistress dearly loves her precious clock town, so that's why she refuses to flee. Brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? Quickly now, to the milk bar. So you will need the Romani's mask for this section for sure. So just a heads up, I'm gonna put that on. This part's a little funny because he kind of goes in, changes, and lo and behold, he's the postman. So that's funny. Okay, so he's a little slow. but well, not really actually. He kind of speeds up a little bit. I have a delivery for you, Miss Postmistress.
Oh my, it can't be. You're still here?
Tomorrow's delivery is still scheduled.
What are you saying? Do you see the sky? It's terrible.
But
Oh my. Well, what shall we do? It's from Kafei.
it's priority mail.
I'm so happy to think something good will come into the end. Thank you. You flee now. That's an order.
Understood. Let me see. Can we say anything to her?
Oh dear, you alright with not fleeing? It looks like this is it for the town, you know. You saw the moon, didn't you? It's gotten so huge. All the townsfolk have fled. You should flee too, far away. I'm gonna stay here after all. That expert I gave my son's mask to might still come.
So that actually, hold on. Let me see. Does she say anything if I have?
Oh dear, you're the one searching for Kafei. How is it? Have you found him?
Oh, so that's why you can't do this portion, because the letter that the postman just delivered is the proof to show that you found him.
Oh dear, is that so you haven't found him? Well, that's good enough. Good work. You flee too.
So that's why we do have to complete this twice. But with that being said, if we go outside of the milk bar with the postman, he stops right here and you can talk to him. Decided to flee. It is an order from the postmistress. I am now free. I can set my own schedule. I don't need this anymore, so here, I'll let you have it. And we get the postman hat. This dignified hat allows you to check the mail, wear it with that, and it shall suit you, blah, blah, blah. It kind of suits you. It actually is a pretty, like, nice hat, not gonna lie. But with that, is that all the masks? No, we're missing one more. We're missing two, actually, but one more before we can go on to the end. So if you wear the... Hold on, before I forget. But if you wear the postman hat and check the post office or post box, you're doing a great job. Ka-ching. Some items from other than a letter has been deposited. We get another piece of heart. So that's really all that the postman hat does. You can check other post boxes and you shall get like money and stuff, but it's not like anything. It's probably like 5 rupees or 1 rupee at a time. So we have 18 units of health now. So that's very nice. But with that being said, all we have to do now is go back to the Stockpot Inn and await the final moments. So if we come back here and see where Anju is. Before we do that, this is another chest for silver rupee. Pointless because we don't need it anymore. I've decided to wait for him. I've made my promise. I'm fine with this. I believe him. I think that's the same thing she says. But this is the wedding dress for her. So actually really cool. Not gonna lie. I will be back because, again, we have to wait until there's a minute 30 left on here. So, see you guys then. And as the time arrives, here comes Kafei.
I've met you before. What a familiar scent. Long, long ago. Yes, we were still young. We made a promise, didn't we? The masks of the sun and the moon. We were to exchange them on the day of the Carnival of Time.
Anju, I'm sorry I was late.
Welcome home.
Oh, so sweet. Could bring a tear to your eye.
They're lovers, but they look just like a mother and child.
Let us exchange the promised masks. We have exchanged our oaths and have become a couple.
You are our witness. Please accept this mask. And with that, we get the second to the last mask, being the couple's mask. It's filled with their love, so I don't know how to take that.
Please take refuge. We are fine here. We shall greet the morning together.
So we witness Anju's and Kafei's touching vow of love. You got the couple's mask as a memento for this special occasion. So really, I think the mask is kind of more of a symbolizing thing than anything. I think it is used for another heart piece. I need to double check because off top of my head, I mean, it doesn't really do much. It's just a ceremonial mask. What do you guys say? Okay, so they say anything. But that's really it. That is all of the side quests done for, well, the biggest one being the Kafei and Anju side quest. So as the somber music is going to be played, just gonna stay in here real quick and say the outro. But thank you all so much for watching. As the time ticks down before everything, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. And next episode, we're gonna go ahead and reset time and kind of get up all the final side quest stuff before we take on the final bit of dungeon, or the final area in the game. But thank you all so much for watching, and with that being said, I will see you guys in that next episode.